Good morning. My name is Nicola, and I'm speaking to you from Rewiring Your Brain. And this is a podcast looking at concepts for career choice and development. And the topic is really related to writing your own career narrative. We're going to look at particularly three models related to strengths and least preferred behaviors regarding career development and our personal preferences. We experience a lot of pressure from school, family, extended family, and peer group. And depending on where we live in the world, there are careers that we can often be pushed towards, which don't actually meet our own preferred behaviors and lead us to being less successful. So the first model we'll talk about is John Holland and matching people to careers and careers to people, and how that was pretty successful, and the way that people did it in the last 40, 50 years, particularly in the Middle East, with relevance and respect to oil being discovered, that sort of topic, where the careers tended to be more of, you will be a doctor, you will be an accountant, you will be an engineer. Those are the kind of preferred professions, professional professions, rather than vocational routes that people were encouraged or nurtured towards. And then we move along a little bit further to boundaryless or protean careers. And a reference for that is like Arthur and Russo in 1995, along with Douglas Hall in 2002, where people were more able to follow pathways within organizations and map out points of entry and how the progression could be charted. But employees began to view their careers as no longer tied to one employer and to venture out of the confines or perceptions that a job was for life. This is or was also a generational phenomenon, as the world of work changed so much within the UAE, in particular, in this instance, and the opportunities that became available both at home and outside the region and the world. And this is particularly relevant when we start thinking about coming out of COVID, post-COVID, hybrid working, etc., etc. So the importance of the UAE, where the national population is small and Emiratization push, and this is important with the international organizations, and also moving people from government into the private sector, because that is key to the health and wealth of the nation. If you take Saudi, slightly different, where the pyramid or the paradox of plenty is more related to a large number of Saudis compared to the number of expats. And there is more range within the academic and the vocational aspects of that, which is equally important in our conversation. The next one we want to look at, and again, this is all very brief and concise. We will take it further at a later stage. But postmodern constructivist narrative, which is the approach of a guy called Mark Savikas, and that is around 2012. He was a psychologist from the USA, known for life design and career adaptability integrated with other theories and practice, and beginning to approach career counseling as a career construction interview, namely looking at your memories and what was important to you and what you were interested in as a child or young adult, specifically the influences from media, books, films, social experiences, study and travel overseas, which again, if you look at COVID, has been reduced hugely in the last couple of years. So what we're talking about and looking at and wanting to approach is writing your own career narrative, which means actually looking at, where are my preferred behaviors, what does my country need, and how can I take that forward and put them together in a package in order to make a contribution to me, my immediate family, my community, and my country, and taking it further to the region and taking it even further to the world. So it's important it's important to be successful, to actually consider what we want to do to make a difference. And if you go back a little bit to the amazing gentleman, Chadwick Boseman, who played T'Challa in Wakanda, and I quote, "Whatever you choose as a career path, remember the struggles along the way are only meant to shape you for your purpose." And that is as true as when he said it as it is here and now today. So what is important is to be able to do something that you have passion for, that you get satisfaction with and from. And again, another quote is Richard Branson of Virgin: "When you get up every morning and you do something that you love to do, it's not like a job." So I'll leave that now, and I hope it will provoke some thoughts and possibly some questions, and maybe we can have a question and answer session before the end of the month. Thank you very much for your ears.